Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today, we're diving into a dish that's an absolute flavor explosion, spicy garlic seafood noodles. Imagine tender, noodle-rich, spicy garlicky sauce, packed delicate squid scallops. It's the kind of meal that feels incredibly indulgent, but is surprisingly quick to whip up. Perfect for a special weeknight dinner or to impress your friends over the weekend. Trust me, once you make this, it's going to be on your regular rotation. So, grab your apron and let's get cooking. First things first, let's talk about our star players, the seafood. For this recipe, I'm using a beautiful mix of large shrimp, tender squid, and plump scallops. The key to amazing seafood is freshness, so try to get the best quality you can find. For the shrimp, make sure they're peeled and divined. For the squid, I like to use the bodies sliced into rings and the tentacles if you have them. And for the scallops, give them a good rinse and pat them completely dry. This is super important for getting that perfect golden brown sear later on. A little prep work now will make the cooking process a breeze. Next up, the heart and soul of this dish, the spicy garlic sauce. This is where all the magic happens. It's a simple yet powerful combination of flavors. We'll need a generous amount of minced garlic, and I mean generous, don't be shy. We'll also use some gochujang, which is a Korean chili paste that adds a wonderful sweet and savory heat. A bit of soy sauce for that umami depth, a touch of honey or brown sugar to balance the spice. Some rice vinegar for a little tong, and a splash of sesame oil for that nutty aroma. We'll also add a bit of water or chicken broth to create a nice, saucy consistency that will perfectly coat our noodles. Just whisk all these ingredients together in a small bowl and set it aside. The aroma alone will tell you you're on the right track. Now, let's get our noodles ready. You have a lot of options here. I personally love using spaghetti or linguine for this because they hold the sauce really well. But you could also use udon noodles, ramen noodles, or even egg noodles. Cook your pasta according to the package directions, but here's a pro tip: undercook them by about 1 minute. We're going to finish cooking them in the sauce, and this will allow them to soak up all that incredible flavor without getting mushy. Once they're cooked, drain them, but make sure to reserve about a cup of that starchy pasta water. This liquid gold will help our sauce emulsify and cling to every single strand of noodle. All right, it's time to bring it all together. Let's head over to the stove. Get a large pan or wok and heat it over medium-high heat. Add a bit of neutral oil, like canola or vegetable oil. Once the oil is shimmering, it's time to cook our seafood. We're going to do this in batches to avoid overcrowding the pan, which would steam the seafood instead of searing it. First, add the dry scallops. Let them sear for about 1 to 2 minutes per side until they're beautifully golden and caramelized. Don't move them around too much. Let them develop that gorgeous crust. Once they're done, remove them from the pan and set them aside. Next, it's the shrimp's turn. Add them to the same hot pan. They cook very quickly, usually just a minute or two per side. You'll know they're ready when they turn pink and opaque. Overcooked shrimp can be rubbery, so keep a close eye on them. Once they're perfectly cooked, take them out of the pan and add them to the plate with your scallops. Finally, let's cook the squid. Squid cooks even faster than shrimp, so this will only take about 30 to 60 seconds. Add the squid rings and tentacles to the pan and toss them quickly until they turn opaque and curl up slightly. Be careful not to overcook them, or they'll become tough. Remove the squid and set it aside with the rest of your beautifully cooked seafood. Now, let's build our sauce in that same pan. All those browned bits left from the seafood are pure flavor, so don't you dare wash them out. Lower the heat to medium and add a little more oil if needed. Add your mountain of minced garlic and a bit of chopped ginger if you like. Saute for about 30 seconds until it's fragrant, but be careful not to burn the garlic, as it can turn bitter. Now, pour in that incredible sauce mixture we made earlier. Let it bubble and simmer for a minute, stirring constantly. The kitchen should be smelling absolutely divine right about now. Here comes the best part. Add your undercooked noodles directly into the pan with the sauce. Use a pair of tongs to toss everything together, making sure every noodle is coated in that glossy, spicy, garlicky goodness. If the sauce seems a little too thick, this is where that reserved pasta water comes in. Add a splash or two, and it will help loosen the sauce and create a silky smooth consistency that clings beautifully to the noodles. Let the noodles simmer in the sauce for a minute or two to finish cooking and absorb all the flavors. Finally, it's time for the grand finale. Turn off the heat and gently fold in all of that wonderful seafood we cooked earlier, the seared scallops, the juicy shrimp, and the tender squid. Give it all one last gentle toss to combine everything. We're just warming the seafood through at this point, so you don't want to cook it any further. And there you have it, a stunning pan of spicy garlic seafood noodles. To serve, pile the noodles high onto a plate or into a bowl. I love to finish it with some fresh toppings for extra color and flavor. A sprinkle of toasted sesame seeds adds a nice nutty crunch. Some freshly chopped green onions or cilantro will bring a burst of freshness that cuts through the richness of the sauce. And if you're a true spice lover like me, a few extra red pepper flakes or a drizzle of chili oil on top will take it to the next level. Look at that! It's a restaurant-quality dish that you made right in your own home. The combination of textures and flavors is just out of this world. You have the chewiness of the noodles, the tender bite of the seafood, and that addictive sauce that's spicy, savory, garlicky, and just a little bit sweet. It's pure comfort and excitement in a bowl. I really hope you give this recipe a try. It's one of my absolute favorites, and I know it will become one of yours too. It looks impressive, but as you saw, it's all about simple steps and good ingredients. If you do make it, please let me know how it turned out in the comments below. I love hearing from you and seeing your creations. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel for more delicious recipes every week. Thanks so much for cooking with me today. I'll see you in the next video. Happy cooking!